lineups with games coming thick and fast. Malaysia have gone for much the same team that started against Myanmar. Only Jimmy Raymond, the Kuching right back, comes in to replace Alif. Otherwise, it is the same starting 11 with Paulo Josue, Mahamadou Samare and P. Gunalan leading the line. On the bench, the American-born, Malaysia-eligible Wan Kuzain is on the bench. And also look out for Hakimi, who used to play his football here in Kuala Lumpur and is a big, powerful, bustling striker. As for Laos, well, 8 changes for them in their starting line from Coach Vladica, including goalkeeper Keo Udom. Up front, Bunsai and Supacham have got pace, and they will be hoping to hit on the break. Damoth in the heart of midfield is the captain, and he's got a big role to play. On the bench, Choni and Kwacheng with the front two in the defeat against Thailand, and showed on the break that they do have a certain amount of ability. So this is by no means a gimme for Malaysia, but a lot depends on how this young Laotian team can respond to adversity. Coin toss from the Saudi Arabian referee, who is based out of Jeddah, Mohammed Sami Al Ismail. He's refereed in the Shopee Cup and some other international tournaments. On VAR duties today, Mohamed Taki from Singapore. He's joined by Chaisanit Panza from Thailand. And as usual, we hope that VAR isn't needed and that everything will be decided on the pitch, but it is there should it be required. Number 3, Ubaidullah Shamsul, the highly regarded centre-back. Keep thinking these are young players, but he's approaching 23 years of age now. And coach Tan Cheng Ho, back for his second stint as coach of Malaysia. He's got a lot of faith in the young players in the Malaysian Super League. And in this competition, he's got the chance to prove that. But he has surrounded them with experience, the likes of Shafiq and co. Talking of experience, Vladica Grujic, he's been an assistant coach all over the place in the J-League and in the Chinese Super League. Now he's got the Laotian national team job on his own, having been an assistant back in 2011. And he's just had the team on a 2-month trip to Vietnam, where team spirit was high and results were good, but all that was damaged when they conceded an early goal, trailed 2-0 and a red card before half-time against Thailand. So plenty to prove for these young Laotians for Vladica Grujic. His team have only ever won twice in all ASEAN Championships. This is their 15th occasion in the group stages. Okay, the scene is set, and we are all ready for countdown on match day number 2. Earlier on in this group, a great result for Myanmar, a 4-1 victory at Clark City against the Philippines. But now our attention very much here in Kuala Lumpur. ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026, Malaysia in yellow going left to right against Laos, looking to build on a very good 2-1 victory against Myanmar on match day number 2. We're in Kuala Lumpur. It's rarely used for Malaysia home internationals, this stadium. It's a nice compact venue, and the pitch, although it's well used, looks to be in good condition and has had plenty of watering with the rain over the last few days. An immediate start from Malaysia as the back 5 of Laos immediately forced into defensive work there from Vile. One of the 8 changes brought in by Vladica Grujic. Long throw looks for Josue, who's beaten in the air by the tall Son Vile. Laos found themselves physically outmatched defensively when they played Thailand, who had 5-6 foot plus players in their team. It caused them many problems from set plays. Malaysia not quite so tall as a team. Here's Sumare, who had an excellent match. Been on the sidelines for a lot of the last 3 or 4 seasons. Matt Johor Darrell attacks him. He's flipped in and out between the JDT2 and JDT1. Hendrick does well, looks for Jimmy Raymond. Damoth getting involved for the first time. Hendrick, Brazilian-born, but now back playing in the Malaysian Super League. Just a little clip on the back there of Damoth, 22-year-old. In fact, they played against each other a couple of occasions last season. Long ball over the top, looks for the pace of Sukpatjan. Sukpatjan's got 2 in the penalty area, gets past Rodney Kelvin. Sukpatjan. Rodney makes the second clearance, but there's just a hint of the problems that they can cause on the break, and that's nice little football. Not well dealt with by Ubaidullah nor by Ruben-Tiran. And Malaysia smuggle the ball out. Not convincingly, as Sumare takes a whack in the back from Ponsak. He was the left centre-back of a back 3. Ponsak, who plays for the Young Elephants, who were runners-up in the Laotian League in the season just gone. Sergio Aguero starts things off once again for Malaysia. This is Gunalan. Tall, leggy, left-footed winger. Tan Cheng Ho does like his wingers. And Paulo Josue has the luxury of being able to just not have to track back as centre-forward. Switched out by Aguero. Jimmy Raymond. Hendrik did well. There's a little shove there. And Bunsai thought that he was knocked off the ball, wanted a free kick, didn't get it. Hendrik looks for the glory pass between 3 or 4 defenders, and Chantavikse can just pick things up for the Laotians. Late tackle there coming in from Ruben-Tiran, and the problem as Azri Ghani slipped and recovered very well. Oh, that was a scary moment for Azri. The pitch was watered, and we have had a little bit of rain earlier on today and last night, so a greasy pitch and nearly causing a problem for Azri. Now going the other way, Gunalan. Cross comes in. Nice confident catch for Kyo Dun, the 26-year-old Army goalkeeper. There's Ruben-Tiran. Swings that one in with his weaker right foot. Rules that were introduced for the FIFA World Cup about hurrying up the game are in play. Goalkeepers very much told to hurry things up. Sumare left an arm in there. And there's a red shirt down on the field, and Jimmy Raymond stops play. And that'll just be put out by Ponsak. And this is Damot. Mohamedou Sumare was sandwiched by 2 red shirts as he came in here. Ooh, and it's, I think it's the hip of his own defender that's really caused the damage there for Damot. As he lands, ooh, that's a glancing blow. Second time he's taken a knock, Damot. They call him Mo. Game gets on quickly. Hendrik again looks around the outside. Willing to try to take on the fullback. There's Gunalan, and that got good applause from the crowd over on that far side. Crowd has built up in the last 10 minutes just before kick-off. Kyodan, 13th international cap. Launches long. None of this playing out for the back for Vladica Grojic's team. And Damot can come forward. He's got support left and right. Stretch of the leg there from Ubaidullah. Important stretch as well. Terengganu man. He's a lovely, classy player. Well, this is a bright enough start from Lao. Ponsak. Again, plays the ball in to Sukpatjan. Bunse looking for support. They have got a front 2 now as Aguero. Again, looks to spread the play, does well, find Hendrik. Hendrik in advanced position, Gunalan available. Gunalan's cross is... the intention was right, the execution was wrong from Pavantir and Gunalan. plays his football for the second level champions in Malaysia last year, JDT2. But encouraging that he's got on the ball on a couple of occasions already, Gunalan. Here's Sergio Aguero. Into Hendrik dos Santos. Just trying to slide the ball in. Sumera went right. Paulo went left. The ball went down the middle. Games come thick and fast in the ASEAN Championship. Now we take on Philippines. Malaysia go to Bangkok to take on Thailand on Saturday. Shafiq, who made his name as a centre-forward initially, has dropped a little bit deeper. Still looking for a club this year, having been on the books of Brunei's DPMM last year. Contact as well. Supachan, once again, there's a foot race there. And Ubaidullah, he has got pace, enough to deal with Bunsai. Shafiq. Hendrik, very, very involved. He's the more advanced of the three midfielders for Malaysia. Lovely ball into Jimmy Raymond. Raymond's cross will be kept in by P. Gunalan. 3 yellow shirts in the penalty area. Gunalan looks for Paulo! It's over Paulo, it's just ahead of Sumare. And Malaysia doing well to get in around the back on both sides of the pitch. Vile it was who was mesmerised by Gunalan. Lovely ball from Hendrik. Fed Jimmy Raymond. Again, the cross wasn't the best. They get enough chances and they will put good deliveries in, the wide players from Malaysia. Abdullah once again. Malaysia trying to play with a bit of pace. They know it's going to be a 5-man defensive ball facing them, 3 in midfield. That is the way that Radica Grujic is setting up Lau. Ruben Tiran. Cross comes in from Ruben. Sumare. Maybe a bit of crossing practice required for Malaysia in the... Well, if they will have a training session before they get to Bangkok. They've got into great positions. Crossing on 4 occasions now, not been the greatest. Ten minutes gone. ASEAN Hyundai Cup. Match day number 2. Malaysia 0, Laos 0. Ruben Tiran will be playing at Malacca next season. Aguero spins it out wide to Jimmy Raymond. This is Sumare. Nice little flick in from Sumare. Hendrik couldn't control it. Damot spins away and rather goes through Jimmy Raymond, who missed the first game at the weekend with injury, but it was more precaution than anything that kept him out of the team. There's Sumare. Raymond outside of him once again. And once again, Raymond, excellent position. Poor cross. But the encouragement for Malaysia is inside 11 minutes. They have been able to feed 5 crosses into the penalty area. That's the encouragement. Quality needs to be better. Rodney Calvin. Raymond had a terrific season with Kuching City last season. Sumare. Spins and turns, tries to get away from Ponsak, and that's going to be a Malaysia throw. Supachan, who plays for the Salaban club, terrifically quick. And Ubaidullah and Rodney have got to be careful of that. Coming forward once again, Raymond resists the urge to just knock the ball in from deep. Rodney again. Just the second cap for Rodney Kelvin. Hendrik. Looking to get on the receiving end from Paulo. Aguero, this is Hendrik dos Santos. Spins it round, looks for Gunalan. Again, that ball inside the full back 3 times. Hendrik has tried to play it. He's not far away there. Aguero saying there was a foul on the edge of the penalty area. Referee played an advantage. It didn't quite come off. So positive start from the home team, but no goals to show for it. Shafiq. All a little bit untidy. As Damot is caught by Hendrik, who's really putting himself about. Sergio Aguero making his point that there's been 2 fouls that weren't given. Well, I'm not quite sure what happened there to Supachan. A little turn coming from Shafiq, and Supachan went onto the floor, but he's up and ready now. Damot. Oh, that's a poor pass. Oh, good recovery. Chantavise. Hendrik has stayed down. Oh, referee is allowing a lot of contact to go on there. Long ball over the top, and Paulo Josue only knocks it straight through to goalkeeper Kyo Dunn, who decided to stay on his goal line. And in the end, it was a good decision by the referee. Hendrik is still down, and Lau sportingly put the ball out of play through Ville. Paulo. Touch just gets away from him. Nice idea from Hendrik to hoist the ball up high for him. 11 international goals for Paulo Josue. And there's Shafiq. That's a tackle from Chantavise. Shafiq holding his ankle, and he's getting some treatment at the moment. And now Paulo Josue is having words with the referee, Al Ismail. Tan taking this opportunity while treatment is going on, just to have a few words with his players, and similarly Radicha on the other side is doing the same. The players taking on water. As I say, it's 80% humidity. Even if you're used to playing in it, it's draining conditions. Chantavite gets the ball. Maybe there's a follow-through. So in 2026, that could be considered a foul. hopefully Shafiq none the worse for wear. And he'll have to stay off the pitch for a full 60 seconds. One of the latest laws. Moving gives it back to Lau, who had sportingly put the ball out of play. So the spirit of the game. Now trying to take advantage of the man advantage with Shafiq off the field of play. Malaysia dropping into a 4-4-1 formation just temporarily. Gunalan has dropped very, very deep. Again, looks that ball inside the full-back. Paolo is denied by Damot. Damot got the ball cleanly and Paolo went over the top of Damot, who was on the floor. Now, just beneath us, Shafiq Ahmad is very frustrated that he still is not allowed on because of the full 60 seconds. And now he's allowed on. Malaysia back up to full strength. And a lovely ball over the top. This is Ponsak. Sibang to the edge of the penalty area. And Vilai. Good save and good collection from Azrigani. Bounced off him, but Vilai, in just his second appearance, fall out. Plenty of power in this, sets it up. Nice clean strike. Nasri positioning very good. Wouldn't want to be beaten, but it did bounce off his body. Back live, and Lau, to their credit, are showing no ill effects from the 5-0 defeat at the weekend. This is Bunsai. Vilai once again getting forward at right wing back. Shantavise, Bunsai, Shantavise. Nice idea, and Shantavise is going to pick up a yellow card there. The foot was high. It was one of those 50-50s with Sergio Aguero. And Aguero got there first. And it's more a follow-through from Shantavise. So first yellow card of the game. Well, I said in the pre-match preamble, Laos' first target would be to get to the 20-minute mark without having conceded. That they have done. And in all honesty, they've done it pretty convincingly. Just the one half chance for Paulo Josue. Malaysia getting the ball behind the defence on a couple of occasions, but haven't put good crosses in. At the 20-minute mark. Jimmy Raymond. The press was on. Aguero holds off Bunsai. Ubaidullah and Rodney have to sort it out. And the front two and the midfield three pressing there for Lau. And get the ball back. An errant pass. 16 is Sarsith, who plays for Namta United. Ponsak beaten in the air by Jimmy Raymond. Rodney Kelvin. Always expect him to win those headers against Sayasit. Breaks to Hendrick. Lovely ball. Paulo Josue doesn't quite have the pace, but a lovely ball. Looks for Gunalan, and The defender scoops that back to his own goalkeeper, Vile, who had a shot at one end that caused a problem for the Malaysia goalkeeper. Nearly caused his own goalkeeper problem here, but he's done well. Could that be considered a back pass? Rodney Kelvin in strongly once again. And gets the better of Ponsak. I've got to say, Laos' attitude and approach to this game has been very impressive. They've thrown themselves into challenges as Shafiq looks for Aguero, instead finds Hendrick. Hendrick's got plenty of shirts ahead of him and bisected Jimmy Raymond and Mohamedou Soumaira. And a little bit of frustration coming in from a crowd that is growing and growing as the minutes go on. It's a lovely atmospheric stadium, this, when it is full. Now Jimmy left it for Soumaira. And another free kick now for the visiting Laotians. Jimmy Raymond, 30 years of age. I don't think he ever dreamed he'd be playing international football when he was playing amateur football in Kuching, but here he is. Lovely ball over the top. That wasn't too far away from Bunsai. Hendrick again, Shafiq demanding the ball. Hendrick's almost making himself as a fourth forward for Malaysia. Ubaidullah. To Ruben Tiran. Gunalan and Ruben Tiran. Again, it's a good idea. You've got to look at it and say it's the right ball, it's the right idea. Just the final pass and the execution. Too much there from Gunalan. Young players, pre-season kind of feel to the tournament. Ubaidullah. Paulo. Now then, Gunalan. That was a better ball. And Shafiq was attacking the 6-yard box there. The important thing for P. Gunalan is to keep getting into these positions and keep getting the ball into dangerous areas. That's his best cross by some distance, even then. A little bit too close, coming back the other way. Bumpachan! Oh, super touch. Azri Ghani had to stretch every sinew that he had there. Sayasith from the long ball. Gosh, it's Hendrick who almost played him in. Sayasith has to go across goal. And that is a very, very good save from Azri. He's got every right to be angry. A long ball over the top cannot cause that kind of a problem. First corner of the match for Laos. Chantavise. Six in the penalty area. Won by Soumaira. And then not the best ball back in by Sayasith. Well, I think this is the Laotian team that we expected to turn up on match day 1 against Thailand. Hendrick does well, holds off Chantavise. Ruben Tiran, Gunalan. Ruben Tiran loves to get forward. Gunalan to Endrick. Shafiq. Aguero. He's the deepest sitting of the midfield three for Malaysia. Sumare again tries to show his trickery. Raymond. Aguero takes the defender with him. Endrick thinks of the shot into Chantabise. Wanted a handball. It did look like the hands were high, but referee was right on spot. And there's belatedly, I think, given a free kick. Is that for the handball? Well, it's a correct decision. Looked for some kind of advantage, if there was any, accruing, and it's not. Now then, Paulo Josue has scored many a fine free kick at this stadium. This is possibly a little bit too far out for him. Looking at 35 yards. Nonetheless, Kyoudun has decided to dispense with the wall. That's interesting. Paulo might take this on, but Kyoudun will have a clear sight of it, and Paulo does take it on. Plenty of power. Goalkeeper had that one covered. And interesting from Kyoudun not to put the wall in. Ubaidullah. Again, nice little give and go. 70% of the ball to Malaysia, but Laos have had only 3 attempts on goal, 2 of which have been on target. Raymond does well. And then not so well. And then gets a little bit of fortune. 30 years of age. He's going to have a busy old time, Jimmy Raymond, this season. As are Kuching. They're playing in a AFC and Shopee competition. Endrick. Raymond again. Four games in double quick time for both these teams. As Paulo looks out wide. Gunalan. Edge of the box, Endrick. Miscues. Good pass selection in the end from Gunalan. The cross wasn't really on, he took his time. And a corner has been awarded here because the goalkeeper has taken more than 8 seconds to get rid of the ball. So a bonus corner, Kyoudun on the half hour. And these are some of the new regulations as it's flicked in, and Kyoudun saved with his feet. Lao were just not ready for that quick corner. Endrick took it quickly and it came through. Paulo couldn't get there, and unorthodox from Kyoudun. Good safe punch by the keeper. He does look a far more imposing figure. It comes out to Endrick once again. Rodney Kelvin asks for the corner, gets the corner. Chantabise put the challenge on Big Rodney. So third corner in quick succession. Malaysia. Vast majority of the ball, and now beginning to ask real questions. Sergio Aguero to take this fourth corner for the home nation. Chantabise clears. Ruben Tiran finds Aguero once again. Aguero's ball. Sumere. if it was meant to be a missed header from Kahan. It was a very clever idea, but I don't think it was. Inside, caught in possession. Malaysia win it back. Aguero demands the ball once again. All three of the Malaysian midfielders wanting the ball from deep, getting the ball wide out to Jimmy Raymond. More fancy work from Sumare. Is there an end result? Well, the cross goes deep once again from Raymond. Hendrick. Foot was high, but Aguero is there. Lovely ball. Hendrick, just wide. He's only scored once for his country in this, his 28th start. Hendrick dos Santos, well picked out by Sergio Aguero, and goes across the goal. There were players there. Head in hands time for Malaysia, but they are getting closer. Goalkeeper, make sure he's a lot quicker with this distribution, but it just means Malaysia are going to get the ball again. Nearly 70% of the possession, and now starting to create some chances. Crowd encouraging with some hand claps. Gunalan. Ruben. He's got long legs, but not quite long enough. And Damot. Oh, that's a hugely ambitious ball, easily picked up by Rodney. Aguero once again. Juzue wanted it long. Aguero thought Juzue wanted it short. And Supachon. Both teams guilty on occasion of looking for the glory pass. Gunalan once again. Shafiq acknowledges a little bit too much pace. Very difficult to get the ball to spin and stop when the surface is as greasy as this. And Ruben Tiran has to jog back full length of the pitch, as goalkeeper Kyo Odom once again is told to hurry on by the referee. Again, all that does is give the ball away to Malaysia. Earlier on today, fabulous victory in the Philippines for Myanmar, 4-1. Having lost 2-1 against Malaysia, they needed a result, and they got a very good result. Here's Sumare. Looks to take on two. Aguero is there. Shafiq on the edge of the penalty area. Sonavile was who got the first header out, and once again the break is on, and they're a much more cohesive unit. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card for Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's a totally unnecessary challenge. Bunsai it was, side down. Well, if the left leg didn't get him, the right was going to. First yellow card of the tournament for the Argentine-born. Malaysia, pass accuracy very good until it comes to the final cross. Damot looks to Ville out wide. Long ball over the top. Paulo Josue looks for support, gets the shot in and earns the corner. That's a good result from a very difficult angle for Paulo Josue. He has got the pace of old. He's 37 now. But once he gets into his stride, and he's got that lovely left foot, and that is on target. Kyodun forced to pour it clear. Fifth corner for the home team. Paulo Josue just wide. Work the neck muscles. Again, the referee is insistent that the goal kicks are taken quickly. Rodney Kelvin does well. Been in the Malaysian Super League for quite a while now, Rodney Kelvin. Been around with Kuching at the moment. Enjoying this spotlight. No Asian Cup for Malaysia in 2027, so a chance for younger players to really make a mark on establishing themselves in the national team. This ASEAN Championship, the premier tournament, for them to get match experience. Good challenge coming in from Vile, the master defender. Tiran blocked off by Chantavise. Tiran again. Aguero forced backwards by a very compact Laotian defence. Tiran gets the cross. This will be another corner, corner number 6. Lao, having got to the 40-minute mark, will be desperate to hold on to half-time. Tipped in. Kyo misses it. Somehow cleared. Very, very messy, but they got rid of it. And there is a free kick for offside somewhere amidst all that melee. The Kyodun, who's been very good in the air so far, came for this corner, completely flapped at it. That is the goalkeeper's all day, doesn't get there. Well, even though the ball came backwards, there was a Malaysian player in an offside position. As we hit this 40-minute mark, and Lao will be thrilled to bits with the response that they've shown to their 5-0 mauling. As Gunalan gives the ball away. He's going to keep his head up. P. Gunalan, Chantavise, Ubaidullah, space for Jimmy Raymond. Sumera goes wide. Hasn't had a chance to really run upon Sak. Now he does. Sumera, can he keep this in play? Oh, again, the greasy surface just takes the ball away. That final pass, getting the wide men in, or the final cross really has hurt Malaysia so far today. But the encouraging thing for Tan Cheng Ho will be that they are in these positions. Here's Gunalan, another run coming in as Cajon clears. Aguero gets there, cleared by Sonavile. come straight back. It's been an enjoyable game. Hendrik ran that a bit too far. Ponsak will cover. Supachan, nicely done. Ponsak, Supachan one way. Jimmy Raymond comes inside to defend. And Ruben Tiran is there, 42 minutes on the clock. Aguero, on to Shafiq. Sumere, again slows down. The cross is blocked. Comes out to Hendrik. He tries to be fancy. Supachan, a little puff of the cheeks, shows you how hard Lao have worked defensively. Their shape has been excellent, and they've bitten into tackles in a way that they just did not do against Thailand at the weekend. 70% of the ball to Malaysia, 7 attempts, 2 on target. Shafiq. Still going Shafiq. Decent ball, too close to the goalkeeper. Well, ironically, Shafiq was a centre forward, and Malaysia don't have an out-and-out centre forward. An old-fashioned number 9. Paulo Josue has that role. Ruben Tiran leaves it. Approaching the final minute of this first half. Raymond. Sumare. Crowd would love him to be a little bit more direct. Aguero, over the top. Gunalan. Gunalan, Josue! Paulo Josue's 3rd goal of this ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026. And it comes right on the cusp of half-time. A simple finish in the end. Aguero on the far side. There will be a question whether or not Gunalan was offside. The pullback, no doubt that Paulo Josue is onside. VAR will have a look to see if B. Gunalan had just strayed. It's a lovely finish from Paulo for a 12th international goal. There will be 1 minute of time added on, and we are waiting for confirmation. All eyes upon the referee, Ali Ismail Somi. Needs confirmation from Mohamed Taki. And it will be close, this one. P. Gunalan is very adjacent to Ville on the back post. Once he got the ball, he did well. It's not about Paulo Josue's position. It's about Paventiran Gunalan's. Well, this is what VAR does to the game. It's very much part of the furniture now of football, international and top-flight football. And it will be a celebration followed by a celebration, or a celebration followed by a groan of disappointment. Whatever it is, it's taken a chunk of time to reach the decision. In the VAR box, Mohamed Taki from Singapore and Chai Sanit Panza from Thailand. Goal is awarded. Paulo Josue third goal of this ASEAN Hyundai Cup. And now they can play the celebratory music about 90 seconds after the ball hit the back of the net. Malaysia deserving of the lead, but it is cruel on Lao, who are defended so respectfully and respectably. That's Fiancé. Long ball down the line. Well, is there a sting in the tail? Ruben Tiran loses out to Ville. Ville's cross! Oh, super save! Up the front post there was Bunsai. He got a touch, and that is a top draw save from Azrigani. He's made two superb saves. Bunsai, after Ruben Tiran, is unnecessarily... Ooh, lovely back heel. That would have been some goal from Bunsai. Back flick and headed clear. Six in and around the goalkeeper. Six in around the 6-yard box, including Sonovile. And free at the back post. Cleared by Safik. And the whistle goes for half-time. It's a nervy ending for Malaysia, having dominated and taken the lead right on the stroke of half-time through Paulo Josue. They've had 70% of the ball. Keo Dunn has had a solid game in goal. Lao have been a much more resourceful team than they were against Thailand, but they go in trailing by a goal. A couple of excellent saves from Azrigani, one from Smith and one from Bunsai at half-time, though. In this ASEAN Hyundai Cup, it is Malaysia 1, Lao 0. So all set for the second half with a triple change. ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026. Lao in red, trailing by a goal to nil, but a long ball over the top, looks for Choni. Choni immediately. Another top save from Azrigani. That is three excellent saves from the Negri Sembilan goalkeeper. And for all of their possession, Malaysia are utterly indebted to their goalkeeper here. He's had to be patient for his chances. Now Koi Cheng out wide, looks for Choni once again. Choni steps inside, nothing really on, plenty of yellow shirts back. Choni a second chance, blocked off the back of Jimmy Raymond. So there's confirmation, they're the three who've gone off. Choni, Koi Cheng and Somnith come on. Tiran Gunalan with the assist for Malaysia's goal. Guilty there just about a foul on the back of Ville, the right back. Well, there's the long ball played, and excellent goalkeeping from Azri. Came out very quickly, spread himself, got an all-important touch. Three big saves. A player who used to apply his trade here in Cheras. And what an impact that nearly was for Choni. Magic spray. It's Damot. Curls a ball in. Hendrick tries to sort things out. Instead it's a toe poke, which will look for Vitram. Vilay, bottom left of your screen. The new LAOS has to spend 60 seconds off the field of play, having received treatment. Alan once again. Safik. And Alan chases. To his credit, he's kept on going. Tiran. Bola. Touch, Gunalan sets up Tiran. Looking for Jazue. Kuicheng gets a header, but it's going to come straight back. Three change of personnel for Lao, but no change in the tactic. It's a 5-3-2. Trying to hit on the break. Jimmy Raymond. Hendrik. Clear foul from Tony, who doesn't even bother with the "I got the ball" ref argument. Largely because he didn't. I was nowhere near it. Hendrik getting body between man and ball. And a quick free kick. Safik. It breaks to Sumare. Ubaidullah. And eventually smuggled through to goalkeeper Kyo Dunn. Good alertness. Sumare does well. Plenty of red shirts back. And it nearly finds its way through. Shamsul has not scored for Malaysia. This is 7th start for the national team. Been highly touted right the way through the youth ranks. Pavitran. Well, the referee says no problem there with Vilay's challenge. But there is a problem there with Rodney Calvins, and there's a yellow card there for Rodney, who immediately points to the challenge that Pigunalan was on the receiving end of. Kuicheng, welcome to Kuala Lumpur. So a second yellow card for Malaysia. Sergio Aguero in the first half, now Rodney Kelvin. Sivi. And another free kick for Lao, who again deserve real credit for their attitude. Damot's ball. Seen off. Sumare. Brought down as he tried to take on 3 players. Real live wire character is Sumare. Aguero, he keeps the ball rolling. Jimmy Raymond. Sumare, Raymond. Well, somehow it's with Sumare, fancy flick. Raymond, is there a cross? Sumare to the byline. Sumare's cross. Shafi can't get hold of it first time. That was better wing play for Malaysia. A little bit more considered the ball in. Good combination between Raymond and Mohamedou Sumare. Gunalan finds Tiran. And that's a better ball, but no yellow shirts chasing in. Ubaidullah. It's very composed and classy. And Shafiq will say to Tiran, there you go again. I know you've just done a 60-metre sprint. I want you to do another, more fancy work. The time from Ruben, lovely ball. Hendrik. Over the top, Sumare! How has that not gone in? I think that's gone over the line. Oh. The flag is up for offside. for that, okay. So Hendrik's done really well. That's where the flag was, and Sumare, well, it's a remarkable save by Kiodon. It didn't go over the line, and offside is the call anyway, but better wing play from Malaysia. In the early stage of this second half, they've got the ball to the byline and put good crosses in. Calvin with a thumping header, Safik. Far too much on that for Hendrik. Hendrik and Shafiq are the two midfielders getting forward in support of Paulo Josue. Sumare and Gunalan providing the width. Lets that one go. Nearly a calamitous miscommunication. Sonavile. He's a no-nonsense centre-back, Sonavile. I like that kind of defending. Tam, calming figure on the touchline. Very rarely you see histrionics from Tan Cheng Ho. Baidullah, nicely done, just steps inside Kojeng. Gunalan. Two! It's off the post! Josue was so clever, but there's another offside. Paulo Josue swivelling. That would have been interesting. Paulo Josue, superb. It's actually a save from Kiodon. I said he's not a centre-forward, my word. In his latter years, in the last 2 or 3 years, he's turning himself into a centre-forward, Paulo Josue. His first goal against Myanmar was very much a poacher's goal. As was his goal today from 3 yards out. Range effort. Shoni has made a real impact. Finds himself just in a little bit of space. Nobody closed him down. Will be disappointed he's put that one 5 or 6 yards wide. 10 minutes played in this second half. ASEAN Hyundai Cup. Malaysia 1, Laos 0 in this group earlier on today. Philippines 1, Myanmar 4. At the weekend, Myanmar have the day off. Malaysia go to Thailand on Saturday. Laos take on the Philippines. Ruben does well. Safik, Gunalan, what kind of a cross? Gunalan pulls it back. 2-0. Henrik dos Santos, made by Pavito and Gunalan. A little samba dance. But a second assist there for Pavito and Gunalan. And Malaysia's crossing in this second half is so much more improved than in the first. We'll have a little look to see if there's a hint of offside. Oh, it's close again. We might have to wait a little while, but it's a lovely pullback. And through a ruck of players, Henrik dos Santos scores his second international goal for Malaysia. Ruben Tiran deserves credit. Safik saw the width play of Gunalan. The only question, as with the first goal, is how close Gunalan was to being caught offside. Henrik dos Santos can celebrate He'll be playing his trade back in Malaysia this year after a couple of seasons in Vietnam. Well, the crowd are happy, the crowd are thinking it's a goal, but we're still waiting confirmation from our VAR team. Ishmael Somi has to wait, and again it's close. A sign, VAR checking a possible no goal has just come up on the big screen, and that's caused a murmur of discontent, which is getting further than a murmur. And the goal is given. 2-0. 2 assists for Pavitran Gunalam. 1 goal for Paulo Josue, 1 goal for Hendrik dos Santos, 2-0 to Malaysia. And on the back of an excellent 2-1 victory in Yangon against Myanmar, it's a solid start for Malaysia. A little bit of breathing space now for Malaysia. Aguero. Neatly done. Hendrik tries to get inside Vile. Gunalam plays his football in the A1 League for JDT2. So it is a bit of a step up, and that's how close it was. That's how close it was. Lucky he doesn't wear size 12 boots. But it's a lovely cut back. It's far more measured. And real credit to Pavitran Gunalam. He's kept getting into the wide positions, kept demanding the ball off Ruben Tiram. Aguero thought about pulling Koicheng back, and then realised he's on a yellow card. And Ubaidullah does well, just flicks the ball onto Koicheng's right boot. Ruben Tiram will be at Malacca this season. Shafiq. Jimmy Raymond didn't get the ball, then does get the ball. Abdullah, Raymond. It's a late challenge. The referee just has a gentle word with Songlit. I am liking this new way that officialdom are trying to keep the game moving. Hendrik is up. No doubt there'll be an occasion where the referee tries to play it quickly when there is a genuine injury. But certainly the early examples in this ASEAN Hyundai Cup suggest it's a good experiment and well worth keeping. Kelvin to Ubaidullah. Width again, Gunalam. Old-fashioned wing play, heels touching the white line. Shafiq pirouettes, then barges his way clear, then gives the ball away to Ponsak. And Ponsak can drive forward, and Shafiq commits, and Ponsak still goes forward. And they've got 5 against 4 here. Damot, if he looks right, Vile, cross, lovely move on the breakaway. Koicheng puts it wide, but fast and fluent, flowing football from the Laotians. Damot, he's a good player, Damot. In the end, Koi Cheng puts it quite a distance wide. We'll be getting updates on X for ASEAN United FC. Here's Sumare. He splits opinion, does Mahamadou Sumare. Some people loving the tricks, others saying just get the ball in. Hendrik, been full of vim and vigour. Hendrik dos Santos got a goal to celebrate and wins a corner now for Malaysia. Tackle coming in from Gengsi, Cahan and Sonavile, and the goalkeeper have provided a very good back line for the visitors. Hendrik's got plenty of big men to aim for in the 6-yard box. For Udom, fist clear, Gunalam. Only 21p Gunalam. The average age of the Malaysia starting 11, just under 27, but that includes 37-year-old Paulo Josue, 30-somethings as well in Shafiq, and Mahamadou Sumare. Abdullah nearly caught in possession by Damot. Has been accused of playing out too much from the back of Abdullah Shamsul. Gunalan, Ruben Tiran for the umpteenth time goes outside. Turns to Sumare. Sumare! Own goal. Mahamadou Sumare caused problems. Own goal from Yengse. Sidabong and Malaysia on 65 minutes lead by 3-0. Again, getting round the outside of the defence has been key for Malaysia. Mahamadou Sumare, well, it's not his goal, but he does well. When he's direct, he's almost unplayable. But Yengse, he's got to clear that. I know it's kind of got under his feet. But Sumare spins and turns, causes problems. Thank you very much, say Malaysia. And I do think it's a little bit cruel on Lao. The referee keen to get the game going. Poor old Yengse. Here's Bunsai. Move to the left-hand side, Bunsai. Damot. Closed down by Shafiq. Vile. 4 red shirts in the penalty area. If a cross could come in, which it didn't. Sonavile. Comfortable for Rodney. Gunalam. Got there first. But Somlith just plays a little ball into Bunsai. He's done well. Aguero. Sumare. He doesn't do easy, Mahamadou Sumare. And then loses it to Bunsai. And then wins it back. And then does easy. And it's actually caused a little bit of space to open up. Wolverhampton was wanting Gunalan to go forward. Safik out wide. Oh, Hendrik was trying to play in Paulo Josue. And Hendrik is hurt. As he played that ball across, he's either landed badly or he's been caught. Oh, he's been caught. Right on the back of the knee and at some velocity. Choni, who's come in, and the angle that Hendrik has been caught there could be very worrying. Malaysia preparing to make a couple of substitutions, but let's keep an eye on Hendrik dos Santos first. The angle he was caught up by Choni. And he's certainly in a lot of pain, is Hendrik dos Santos. Malaysia in the meantime are preparing substitutions. If Heikel Lau. Well, it's not only Malaysia who have a problem with Hendrik, who's still down on the floor and is still sore. Over on the far side, Lau have got an injury. Well, here it is. Look at Choni. Choni comes in very late and catches him. And if Hendrik's foot is planted there, that could be very serious. Changes coming for both teams. Michael Lau coming in for what will be his 5th. Hussein also coming on. He'll come on for Hendrik. Michael for Sumare. Shafiq Ahmad also coming off. And a big cheer for the American-born Wan Ahmad Hussein bin Wan Ahmad Kamal. Wan Hussein to shorten things. But the concern is for this player, Hendrik dos Santos. And I really, really am concerned about him. Also on is Anku Shakir from Terengganu. Little wink for the camera. And for Lau, an addition is going to be Vongsada, who's been going to come in for Vile at right wing back. And also coming on, Payak Sipayon. So Vongsada will go over onto the left-hand side, left wing back. Gunalan's header. Malaysia 3, Lao 0. 72 minutes gone, but there'll be a chunk of time to add on for genuine injuries. and Gunalam getting a little bit of a telling off from referee Ali Ismail. Payak, who's just come on, incidentally plays his football in Thailand. Here's Gunalam. Malaysia still with 70% of the ball. Alif Heikel, exciting player. Gunalam eased away from the ball. Good defensive work from Vile. Should I say Somlit? It is indeed Somlit. Just uses upper body strength to guide the lanky Pabitram Gunalam away. So there's the injury for Ponsak. Damot. It's a punishing schedule, this ASEAN Championship. It always is. 4 games packed into a very, very tight 2 weeks. Charlie tried to take that on the fly. Maybe needs to take it with his left foot, took it with the right. It's a lovely ball pinged in by Kahan. Hussein getting a few cheers. Alif. Malaysia with a 3-0 lead and a trip to Bangkok to come. Just a little bit more conservatively. That's going to be a corner kick. Yangtze's difficult day continues. Yanku Shakir. Strong boy, Yanku. Ooh, and it's his knee as he lands, just catches Yangtze. Ouch. Salavam there, though, is quickly on his feet. Malaysia have their 8th corner to be taken by Wong Kuzain. Juzue and Shakir in the 6-yard box. As is Rodney Calvin, goes over all of them. And is really well kept in. Alif. Knocked off the ball by Choni. Belted long. It's off the side of Ruben Tiran. 10,044, the official attendance, just being announced. Healthy at this tight little stadium. Kucheng loses out. Aguero back to Azri. Well, Malaysia may be leading 3-0, but they do owe a debt of gratitude to Azri Ghani, the goalkeeper. He's made 3 top saves and might be called into action again. Kucheng tries the shot on the turn. And then the block. That's going to be offside. As it broke to Vong Sakta. Vong Sakta played a right wing back at the weekend. Now he's been asked to play left wing. He's not far offside, but he is offside. 13 minutes to play, plus I'm anticipating a minimum of 5, possibly more minutes time to add on. Alif. Precocious player, Alif Heikel, the number 12, if Malaysia can get him on the ball. Tiran plays it down the line. One Kuzain makes a good run, wins a corner. Sonavile rolls back onto the field of play as he's suffering from cramp. Now, he didn't play any part in the defeat against Thailand, and if cramp is hitting the boys on game number 2 out of 4, with a long flight to Vientiane to come. Also, we're in the pre-season period, so fitness levels aren't quite there. Corner kick for Malaysia. Tiran. Aguero helps it in. Not the best ball in. Jimmy Raymond can help it back to Rodney. Aguero. Tiran. Good opportunity to use the squad. Hakimi Azim replaces his former teammate here at Kuala Lumpur, Paulo Josue. Paulo with his goal, leading the line. He can have put his feet up, as same with Sergio Aguero. And Daryl Sham comes on, another of the Johor Darul Taksim second squad who are in this squad. Free kick, curled in. Edge of the box is Daryl Sham. Just trying to take it in his stride. Well, lots of new names for aficionados of Malaysian football to get used to. Here is one of them, Daryl Sham. Oh, lovely flick ball, looks for Hakimi Azim, who is lightning quick. Lovely little idea from Daryl. Hakimi. As they're coming together there, it's just a jump into Jimmy Raymond, who luckily, I think, saw that jump coming. It's Wong Sada. Those who decide these things will be looking for the Hyundai Player of the Match. Nearly all on the Malaysia side, the potential candidates, Paulo and Endrick. Lovely ball round the outside. Kucheng is looking for support. Kucheng goes on his own. Raymond is there. Wongkazain back supporting. Alif finds Wongkazain. Alif didn't like the little snap on the heels that he received there. Payak. Tiran. Hakimi drives forward and is brought down on the edge of the penalty area. That'll be a yellow card. Vile becomes the second Laotian to see yellow. And it's just great driving run from Hakimi Azim. Put the ball into the space and run. And But he's big enough and strong enough to cause problems. A free kick on the edge of the penalty area, which, if Paulo Jesus was on, he would fancy this. But Darryl Sham is taking control, and Wong Kuzain. Wong Kuzain, who won youth honours for the United States before pledging his allegiance to Malaysia. He's been the subject of a lot of press speculation. Referee just sorting out bits and pieces as Wong Kuzain tries to measure up this. Wong Kuzain goes for the shot and scores his first international goal. Welcome to Malaysia, Wong Kuzain. And he'll go and enjoy the celebrations. Might pick up a yellow card because he's over-egged it. But my word, it's a lovely strike. It's a terrific goal from Wong Kuzain. And the crowd were on his side anyway, and this will mean it's doubly so. It wobbles all over the place, that. You'd think maybe, because it's the centre of the goal, the goalkeeper might get there. But it's powerful, it's dipping, it's awkward. And it's a goal for Wong Kuzain and 4-0 Malaysia. Malaysia chasing even further. Lau on the wrong end of another big scoreline. Jimmy Raymond. The only blot on the Malaysia performance, the injury to Hendrik dos Santos, which we hope isn't as serious as I fear it might be. Ruben Tiran. %70% ball possession, 12 attempts to 9, 6 on target. Lau certainly not disgraced. The scoreline a little bit unfortunate for them. The own goal, the third goal. Really seems to have stopped them in their tracks. That's nicely done. Darryl Sham. He's had a nice little cameo. Ruben Tiran. It's nice to come into a game when you're leading comfortably. For Lau, they need to just try to pick up the pieces. Take on the Philippines in Vientiane on Saturday. It's match day 3 of the ASEAN Hyundai Cup 2026, which is the midway point of the group stage. Malaysia will have 6 points out of 6, with 2 difficult games to come. It is a good law, speeding up the game. Referee blows his whistle. Players have then got 5 seconds to release the ball. Azri comes out just to deny. Once again, he's had a good game. Gunalan. Oh, excellent done. Sonavile, despite the scoreline, has had a solid game at centre-back. Big number 3. Alif looks for an extravagant cross-field pass. Michael. It's going to be a yellow card here for simulation. Sakta, slides in, doesn't follow through, doesn't make any contact whatsoever. We had a yellow card for simulation for a Thai player at the weekend. Now one here, and it's good to see some of those things that annoyed fans and commentators for many years are just being stamped down upon by the regulators. On to the 90-minute mark, and we will have 5 minutes of time added on. Gunalan, Ruben Tier on another lung-bursting run. Not a bad cross. It's well dealt with by Sonvile, and Daryl Sham does well. And Sonley can play it out to Damot. Damot looks down the line. Ubaidullah. Nice little pirouette. Chance coming through for Hakimi. Plenty of red shirts back now, though. Chance over the top from Gunalan. Well, Pavitan is potentially Hyundai player of the match, and that would have been an exclamation point on it. But instead, a lovely ball is played in. He might have been offside anyway. But Shakir has put it on a plate for Gunalan, and he's put it over the bar. Sham gives the ball away.
Go. Lock the same. Lock.
Jimmy Raymond. Malaysia playing out time. Raymond again. Malaysia playing a little bit of keep ball. Bola. Well, 4-0 looks utterly convincing. I must remind you that Ashraf Ghani made 3 excellent saves. Ruben Tiran and Gunalan still combining. Oh, there's a hint there of a pull on the back of Shakir. The referee had a perfect view of it. Top of your picture. Yeah, there's a little tug back there, isn't there? Referee, I think, showing a little bit of charity there to Lau. It's not a game changer. Rodney Kelvin. Hakimi scores, but the flag goes up for offside. This one will not count because Hakimi Azim is offside. It's a good finish, but it will count for naught. Of course, VAR will check. But as the ball was played through, he just went a split second too early. There he goes now. He's just leaning forward. That angle won't tell us. Well, he's given a clean pair of heels to Kahan. We'll need to see a sideways angle. And the VAR officials will need to draw all their lines, etc. But yeah, offside is confirmed. Malaysia, well, they made hard work of it. It took them until the 44th minute to get their nose in front, but once they did get their nose in front, they were able to run away with a 4-0 victory. A home debut goal for Wong Kuzain, the American-born, who's been brought into the squad with such excitement. Goals for Paulo Josue, Hendrik Dos Santos, and an own goal by Vieng Sai. Meaning that it's Malaysia who make it 2 wins out of 2 in this ASEAN Hyundai Cup. A victory in Myanmar, a convincing home victory against Laos, and it sets them up for the difficult trip to Thailand and Bangkok on Saturday. Paulo Josue, his 3rd goal of this tournament. He is leading the line and leading by example. A veteran doing all the right things. A valiant effort by Lau. A much improved performance from the one they put up against Thailand. Ashraf Ghani forced into 3 excellent saves. One in the first half, outstanding. One right at the end of the first half with his face. Doesn't matter how you keep them out, but Ashraf had an important role to play. Lau, I feel, can be a little bit disappointed to have lost. But lose they have. They're 0 for 2. And this ASEAN Hyundai Cup final score, it's finished Malaysia 4, Laos 0.